I'm putting on my lemon juice robe, cool beans, and going to kick your passing record. All right, you're on, Mango Mark. Go for it. 29 days, bro. And one girl I told you kicked my butt. She did 45 days. I couldn't believe it. 45 days on lemons. I mean, after 20 some, you're pretty limited out. But she did 45. God bless her. Great soul. Quick question. Stanley Burroughs recommends herbal laxative, Senna. I don't recommend Senna. Use Stomach and Bowel number 2 or 3. Don't overdo it. Little cascare, okay. Don't try to get stool out all through the later periods of this. The longer you go, don't worry about that. And saltwater flushes to move the toxins out of the colon. You could use some of that. I think you're part of lemon juice fast. I love the lemon juice fast. But I've done plenty of the lemon juice fast, and I didn't even have herbs to move my colon out and stuff. But I was pretty fruit for a long time doing this, so I didn't have anything but fruit matter in my bowels. I really never had much of a problem. When I ceased to go after a certain amount of time, I wasn't bothered by putrefaction or anything. Please
Get a bodybuilder on with you, Dr. Morse.
I've got one. I got to get him in here if he'll do it. He had 28-inch arms. He made a lot of magazines. Big chest, big guy. We always going, but big guy. Not a big guy anymore. Lost the manufacturer. I think he's in surgery. His joints are better, but he's never been able to quit eating some protein. So he's just never been able to get 100% clear. Major RA, major joints, and that's what I say. We see so much of this here that what you ending up doing to you, what this kind of lifestyle does to you, we see it firsthand. My experiences aren't book experiences, they're your experiences. I learn from seeing what comes in here. My opinions are formed after 40 years and maybe 150,000 people or more that I've worked with. That's where my opinion comes from. My opinion comes from observed clinical studies, and you guys are the keys. That knowledge is key to understanding what's going on here. Book knowledge, don't come to me with book knowledge. No way. We need knowledge of actual clients, human beings that have participated in these programs. What did you accomplish? What have we seen? This is a much deeper. When some medical doctor says to me, double-blind studies, I just want to throw up in his face. Clinicals. What does it do in clinicals? These double-blind studies are stupid. Look at 60 Minutes exposing the ridiculousness of double-blind studies. That was 60 Minutes that exposed that. What I want to see is, what does it do on the patient or on the client? What does it do on them? Do they reach Wellville? Do they overcome their cancers? If you can use for a medical doctor thinking, can they overcome these problems? Certainly. Sorry. There's nothing you can't cure. Using the cure word in relationship to diseases. But there's not a person some of you are pretty advanced and you're fighting hard. Just hang in there and keep that positive power, keep you as soul pumping that God force into that body. And then eating the God force as high as we know it to be. And your body, it's all up to the body. Oh, good. You love how you recommend the ear canning. Our family doctor was so against it. I've always loved it. Of course, family doctors are against everything. ITS, what's your name? It's the four of us. It's the four of us. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, you know what? There's so much constipation in the medical community. Man, they need to open this door and get some sunshine, don't you think? Oh, yes. Fruit Fairy. I love your picture here. This is Fruit Fairy, man, just beautiful. Beautiful. I love that picture. Man, I noticed that you offer the DVD course with certification. Does the DVD course cover all of the content? Yeah, we have more fun, Michelle. We have more fun. It's 5 days of this, basically. What you see is 5 days of this. I give you clients to fix and help me. We divide off into round tables. Each of you have a turn to work with clients, but the whole group does. We have 1 day of iridology, and we tear into the herbs, how to use them, what they're for. we tear into this, you know. You guys are getting a big head start. This information is free to you, and you're getting a big head start. And I love it. I just love it. I'm loving the fact that you guys are tearing it up, because truth is here to stay. What are you wearing? Your energy seems a little different. Well, I have my ups and downs depending on the night before, sweetheart. Sam, I don't know. Yeah, my detox school is next April. I only do it once a year now. I spend a lot of energy at that school. It takes me a year to no, but I used to do it. What did we used to do it? Once every 2 months, and then every 3, and then every 6. So I'm just kind of winding down. I love them, but they're high energetic for me. I'm really pumping the energy to you guys, and it really just can do a job on my body. But I love them. If you start fasting on fruit, or better term, having a mono diet of fruit, being just one type a day, or maybe several other days, but just fruit, then would it be advisable to do exercise at this time? You know what? Again, if you're not filtering, if you don't see sediment in your stool, mucus threads, that's that. I love that lab core. Yeah, pretty cool. If you don't see that, I would keep exercise to a minimal. Give your joints a break, you know, and start moving these acids out, getting that flexibility back, and then your body will love you. Your joints will be able to last and last and last, and everything's good. Everything's good. You've been juicing for a couple months, but don't juice too much because the amount of concentrated nutrients. Well, here's another take, guys. If you're juicing too much, it's too much nutrition. I drink about 1 quart in the morning and 1 quart at night. That's plenty. That's a lot, really. But it is true that when we juice, we're getting a lot of nutrition that most animals don't get. See, most animals have to break down the fiber and go through all that. So keep in mind, nutrition is a good 2 or 3, 4-day course, 5-day course. You know, maybe I could probably set up in school, you know, a semester, you know, an hour every day or something, or 3 or 4 times a week, and that'd be a semester. I'd have to really stretch it out, because nutrition is the easiest part to understand. It's easy to give you nutrition, but it isn't easy to move the lymph system. And it isn't about, I mean, it's about nutrition, sure, you know, but the problem is in chemistry that you have to just understand that if you understand that these foods grown properly has the chemistry man needs, you don't have to go too far into that field, because that's what's happening. The intellectual field around supplements is clogging the reality and truth of it all. And so now you think, well, I got to have B12. I've got to have selenium. I've got to have this. I got to have that. And if you're doing these hair analysis, oh, you got to have this. You got to have this mineral to balance this mineral. This is like a juggling act that never builds you robust health and vitality, because it's so much simpler than that. And you'll get lost and spend a lot of money and come in here totally confused. We see it all the time. And if you just shift your thinking and go, fresh fruits and vegetables, that's what I need. All that nutrition, whatever it is, that's what I need. That's all you need to know, you know. But this other part is the lymph system and the connection to the glands and the organs and all that. That's the reality of this. The acid side of chemistry, that's the reality of this. The other reality is procuring decent food to eat. That's a big reality. Procuring good food to eat, good nutrition to eat. Yeah, I answered this yesterday about bone chips and stuff on the elbow. The proof is in the pie. I answered that yesterday. I hope he gets it up for you. That was answered there. Answering questions. Let me see. I am about 70% raw. 3 months detox is kicking my butt big time. This is Bo. I am determined to get through it with your amazing. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Big cyber hugs. See, big cyber hugs to you. Sweden. Go, Bo, from Sweden. Yeah, I mean, you know, I always say know when to hold them and know when to fold them. All right? So know when to hold them and know when to fold them. If you get too extreme on the healing crisis, start eating some cooked food, back down from that. You can come back, revisit it, but get some more underlying work done. So if it gets too radical, back up. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them, all right? And, you know, you work yourself through good. Others, it's pedal to the, me, it was always pedal to the metal. See what's going on. But there's times where we got to know when to fold them, back them down. Because after all, this is a love thing, and this is a health thing, and we want to work them through. We don't want to get there. We wanted to work through at the pace they can tolerate it. Sometimes some of these are very emotional experiences, and sometimes you just need to collect yourself and get strong and then head back to it. No disgrace, no problems. So good, Bo. I am growing bone spurs, my heel, bottom foot. Not moving your lymph, man. You're sucking your calcium right out of your foot. And just had neck x-rays, and they are growing on my vertebrae. You're too acidic. You're pulling calcium out of your vertebrae, then you'll compress or break down your vertebrae. It's your lymph system, and you've got to move your lymph system. You're too acidic. You see it upstairs, and you see it down below. Kidneys and adrenals, get that lymph system moving, my friend. Make sure your parathyroid is working so you can put that calcium back into those tissues that it's robbing it from. What can I do to stop this, and can I dissolve? Absolutely, you can dissolve them. The cushion between the discs are worn thin also. Yeah, you've been too acidic for a long time there. That's your lymph system. Got to move it, or you can't stop what's going to go on here. So you've got to move your lymph system real aggressively. Get in there, get those kidneys up, get those adrenals up, and maybe pick up that parathyroid a little bit so that calcium, as calcium in a base solution will find itself in solution, but you want it back into bone matrix, and it will with the proper parathormone and stuff. It'll pull it back in and rebuild any discs that are broken down. And the same thing in the foot, though. So whenever you see bone spurs and things like this, where's it coming from? And it's coming from the joint or from the bone. And it's always in an acidic medium you see that happening. So it goes back to the lymph system again here. My dog seems to like your videos. Well, I love your dog. I like dogs anyway, but tell your dog, hi, doggy. Let me get you a pat, a little scratch. Oh, I peed into a plastic cup and melted the cup. No, Lemonade, I'm just kidding. I peed into a plastic cup. Yes, it is definitely sediment. Can you tell I'm so... Yeah. Now you see what I'm talking about, Lemonade? Sediment. You will see it every time. How long it takes you? I don't know some of the things. You guys will learn more than me about this, because now I'm giving you your place to put your attention, your focus on. I'm already worn out. You guys will take this and really connect the dots even more than me, and we'll take this way out there. Good work. Good work, Lemonade. You should be excited, because now your kidneys are breaking loose, you won't lose your kidneys, and now your lymph can drain properly. Good work. You don't know which kidney's draining over another one. There is some fallacy, but at least somebody's draining. Today I mentioned to someone that it's good to have sediment in the urine. Unfortunately, I did not know the answer when they asked me, why is this a good thing? Because it's the acids. Sediment is acids. That's sewage coming out. We want sewage. You don't want to poop in a toilet. Flush the toilet, run out to the outside, look at the drain coming out, and just see water coming out. That wouldn't be good. Where did that stuff go? And that's what's happening when you pee clear urine. Where did that stuff go? It should be in there. Where did my cellular waste go? Nowhere. Nowhere fast. Or they've lumped up into a tumor, a cyst, a ball, or a pimple. So, like dandruff, that's lymph. That's lymph. Mucus threads, lymph. And that just shows you that your kidney is a great filtering organ for the lymph.